It's finally here, our last day of the ESL Pro League online stages. We're going to have a top 6, we're going to have an offline finals, and I do say you'll meet the gents in just a moment. Games today, though, are where we're going to draw your attention first of all. I'm your host, Machine, and this is where it gets a little interesting. We are going to be broadcasting one game, but these are the games today. They're going to be running simultaneously to this one. We're going to be bringing you just G2 and fnatic. There are much more than that, don't panic. However, they will be played. Yeah, there you go. Take it all in. That is what's going to be going on. That's your schedule for today. A lot of games need to be done and being played at the same time to keep everything fair and square. Those are your games, and these are the guys. I have Janko Paunovic, and we have Chad Birchall as well. Gentlemen. Hi.
Oh my God, Sponge, please! My heart! My heart can only take so much.
I don't
Chad
even know.
was always your favorite one, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, look, Janko, I didn't get to cast you. I wish I did. Then we could have.
It was before your time, Alex.
It was way before my time.
You were still playing COD at the time.
Probably not. Probably just in my boxer shorts, wasting away.
Playing World of Warcraft.
Trying to make it as a caster.
Leveling up your rogue.
Leveling up my rogue. Do I look like a rogue player?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, Chad is joining us, Janko's joining us, gentlemen, and it's been a long season. You guys have been here from the very start, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the...
Since August, Alex, we have been grinding it out the season. Chad even hosted. He had his pants off at some point in time.
happened.
You know, had to explain some things to the higher management.
There's a few people who expected better.
He's still here.
Yeah.
He explained it perfectly fine.
He did. He cared.
It's all right. I've just been, you know, standing back.
You just chill, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job. You know,
And now
trying
look who
to
shows
make
up in a jacket.
Okay.
I mean, like, this needs to be talked about. You wear a jacket probably 3 times a year.
I've been in this Airbnb for 2.5 months now. I'm leaving tomorrow. I had to pack everything up. I thought it's easy. Just keep the jacket out, whack her over a t-shirt. And you guys look like you just got out of bed, so...
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is
This is how you dress usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But that's my stick, right?
That's your thing.
Shtick.
Shtick. It's got a C in there somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and bring up those standings, because these are going to help you understand and comprehend where we're at right now. Now, Chaz, it sounded like you had your head around this better than I, so I'll let you kind of just quickly walk through our kind of likelihoods here.
Well, obviously, the green teams right there, fnatic, North, Astralis, and FaZe are all qualified. And then if you look at the red section, that's YNK's Danger Zone, something to do with a fetish about Top Gun or something like that with Jason. But those are the teams who could potentially get relegated. Now, the teams who are in striking distance for those last 2 spots, which is number 5 and 6 at the moment, you can see NIP and G2 sitting there. They're in the best positions to take this, but Hellraisers and Envious both have mathematical chances to make it into that top 6 if certain, I guess, dominoes fall in their favor.
So that's something we have to look out for. An example of such is with the series we're bringing you, which is, of course, fnatic versus G2. fnatic are the gatekeepers of G2's spot. Should the French win the first map, we will actually go hunting to bring you a game with more relevance, because should they win the first map, they will both be secure, and that second map will just be for pride and placing. That's pretty much all said and done for that.
I have a curveball, Alex.
Ooh.
What are the chances of us pulling up North American standings?
Oh, I don't know.
We'll wait for it. Doesn't have to be immediate.
No, it doesn't have to be. But
Over the course of the segment at some point.
I like what you're
if
suggesting.
you can see that, I have something spicy to throw your way.
Okay, Janko's got something spicy. If we can bring up North American standings, I'll receive word in my ear.
Boom.
Oh, go on,
All right.
Deliver the spice.
So what's important here is to note that the 1st, 3rd, and the 5th team from one region, they are in a group with the 2nd, 4th, and 6th team from the opposing region, right? So for people thinking, oh, fnatic has nothing to play for, they can just let G2 slide, they can try out new stuff. fnatic definitely wants to have as easy of a group as they can with that #1 seed, right? So when you look at the teams still in North America, especially considering they also have one more game to play, you probably would love to have like a CLG there. Okay, Cloud9, there's still like other teams in contention. Maybe they drop out. Maybe it's like Energy or Luminosity in a 6th spot, and that gives fnatic a much easier time in their groups and a much easier way into playoffs of the LAN finals of ESL Pro League. So even though they've secured their spot for the finals, they're still playing for a higher seed.
That's a big spot. You weren't lying. That was spicy. That was exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, just exactly what. A bit of what's the word? Capsicum? Is that what you call peppers?
Yeah, we call peppers capsicums in Australia.
Yeah, you crazy cats. You call a lot of things, lots of different things. I feel like over the course of the years, I'm understanding more and more of the Australian way, and I've never been.
Well, hopefully you can come out next year, Alex.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, for holidays.
We might run an event for you.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
just Chad's esports cafe. You're going to be.
I mean, it's the golden boy. He can basically run an event by himself.
Okay, so we've discussed who could qualify. We haven't touched on who's going to be getting relegated. Now we kind of yeah. Is it as clear cut as that? I don't know if we can bring up the danger zone again, but to be fair, Na'Vi have created a little bit of space now.
Yeah.
With their wins yesterday. We've seen Big concede the 0-2 to Na'Vi, and that felt like the first and final nail in the coffin.
But now he's playing against FaZe.
Yes.
Yeah.
My understanding is, though, even if Big win both matches, right, then there still has to be a lot of mathematical equations or losses that go in their favor as well to help them across that line, because they're just in a dismal position at this point. So we obviously have the bottom three at the moment as Na'Vi, Godsent, and Big. As you mentioned, the last place team gets automatically relegated. They go straight down to the Mountain Dew League where they once potentially came, and then the other two have to play off in relegation against teams coming up from the Mountain Dew League. So those could be the likes of VP, I think, is still in contention. Space Soldiers as well, potentially. I'm pretty sure Gambit are out of the running. Flipside are out of the running, so there's some notable names from the MDL. But I think tonight, there could be a little bit between Heroic and LDLC maybe falling. More so towards Heroic than LDLC, I think. But yes, we have to wait and see how the rounds play out, how the head-to-head goes.
Absolutely, and that's going to be coming up all on tonight's show. I know you guys are excited. What else you should be excited for are the finals. By this being the final online stage, that does mean that the offline stuff is on the way. They're going down in the city of Odense, which is over here in Denmark. And if you want to go ahead and get yourself a ticket so you can see the top 6 from North America and Europe battle it out, you certainly can. We recommend you go ahead and check it out. It's a city as well worth checking out. It's got robotics, drones, and a cheeky bit of esports as well. Still, let's go ahead and check in with Tweede as he's going to give you a little glimpse of the path to Odense.
Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm gonna be making my way out of this chair finally in December again for the ESL Pro League finals in Denmark or Dansk. You can join me, we can have a good time, we can watch the best teams in the world battle it out for the trophy.
Across, nice, no scope, looks for the other. Device! How sick!
Good luck, everybody. See you on the Dansk.
Just a couple of the players there and some of the big moments from previous events. Now Season 6 rolls on in. Who will be your MVP of the event? Who's been the MVP of the season? Who's been the MVP of the month? All these questions. Well, PaySafeCard have helped us find answers. You guys have been casting your votes. Chad, you've been helping us pick as well.
Yeah.
We can kind of remind everyone to join in on their fan vote. You can go to paysafecard.com/fanvote.
Simple, Rain, Nico.
You had another FaZe player. Oh,
Dupree, and I think it was Lecro were the 5 for November? October? One of the months. Well, whichever vote is up at the moment, that's the 5 players.
That's paysafecard.com/fanvote if you want to go ahead and cast a vote for your favorite player, and they can be your PaySafeCard MVP. And I think you guys have been the MVP of this season for me. You've been carrying me through the broadcasts, and I would love to hear your thoughts on fnatic G2. I mean, do we get to see the French just kind of waltz into that 6th spot now here, Janko?
I think we do. I think they will secure a spot at the playoffs here. The thing with G2 is still, it's like the inconsistency really bothers you, right? Sometimes they can just look amazing. They can beat any team in the world and make it look fairly easy. And then at other times, you can just see them struggle, go back to some of their old habits, which are pretty bad. Not just force buying like in itself, but force buying too much, right? Even for their standards. So that's why for G2, it's great that we will most likely get to see them at the LAN finals, because that will give us an extra opportunity to see if they can find that consistency on LAN.
And they're the reigning champions, right? They won last season in Dallas, so they have a lot to play for. I think defending your title is something which, I would like to do if I was still playing, just to be able to hold on to that.
Intel Grand Slam.
Yeah, that's true as well. We haven't actually touched on that in a couple of weeks, maybe because we've been lacking the ESL events, but the Intel Grand Slam, right, they already have a point in that column, so they definitely want as many wins as possible to get that cool million. But I think, in this matchup against Fnatic on Cobblestone being the first one, they played not long ago in ECS. It was 16-13. That was with Fnatic having Jumpy as a stand-in. That's a worrying sign, just on paper. If you just look at the way things have been, that's a bit of an issue there. But we did mention the guys from Fnatic, they still have something to play for in terms of seeding. But whether or not that's enough to make them want to stand up and really put up a good fight against G2, that's something we're just going to have to wait and see how the game kind of plays out. Oh, Alex. Oh,
What happened?
He gave me the spirit fingers.
Yeah. So when you get told perhaps how long we have left. Yeah.
And then the spirit fingers come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been odd number of fingers then.
Yeah, you could
to
say
make you squirm like that.
You could almost assume it was every finger I have. just to help you out.
Okay.
Cool. So we're all on the
So
same
12
page.
more minutes.
We're all on the same page. And that does mean that we have, we've talked about these teams for so long.
You know what
I
else
guess-
we can do, Alex? We can also pull out at some point. We have 10 minutes. The predictions me and Chad made start of the season.
Oh, you're asking that poor production.
Production is panicking, running through the archives.
No, it's like they have time. It's like chill, like
maybe find
can have a sip of water, like stroll through. Oh, when was that? August, May. There we go. You're underestimating our production guys, Alex. Shame on you.
They have had a fantastic season production.
They have. They've smashed
These are
it.
the predictions me and Chad made before the league even started, right prior to week 1, and you can see, well, we both failed with Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Obviously, I put some faith into the new Mouse Sports lineup and Envious as
Yenko,
well.
what's going on with Envy above G2? What was your thought process?
The thing is, someone always has to fail, right? One of the favorites will always fail and not show up at the LAN finals. And I thought G2, because of their inconsistency, it would be, you know, up to their name to win the previous iteration of Pro League and then not even make it into the LAN finals.
No one had faith in fnatic either.
Well, that's because, okay, let's a bit of context there, right?
Yeah,
They
for
just
sure.
lost Olaf to FaZe, Dennis went to Godsend, and they added Lecro and then Golden from the Academy team, who, sure, now it's very difficult to quantify what that guy had done with the Academy squad, but coming into this roster, it seemed like, you know, there was going to be a lot of issues, especially with egos and respect and that kind of stuff, but they, you know, they just took to him like a duck on water, and Fnatic surprised everybody with their online performance this season, for sure. I obviously overestimated Big.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be quickly out of here.
Chad, you might have 5 out of 6. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I'll
not
only
bad.
have 50%, most likely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who did you forget about?
The only team I didn't have in there was Fnatic.
NIP. Those are my next 3 teams. It's kind of a bummer, to be honest.
Close for no cigar. Lots of faith in Na'Vi from both of you, which I think is probably the most notable change when you look at the actual
Yeah, we were
standings.
expecting like Zeus comes in, leads the team into new victories, but apparently there was something rotten in that particular lineup because they had to make a roster change recently yet again, Electronic instead of Seized. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they will look like, Alex, moving forward. Hopefully it's not another disappointment. Because
I'm really ready for Na'Vi to be, you know, back to their old form.
you want to see
Fnatic as
Simple play big
well.
games,
Yeah.
right? You know, it's spicy.
Alex told me this fun story. He said that he was actually a fan of Na'Vi. This was a while ago, and he bought a Na'Vi jersey. And now it kind of just sits crumpled in the corner of his bedroom.
So it's all your fault, isn't it?
Yeah,
You just had to ruin it
It's
for
the
everyone.
first thing, like the first esports like gaming memorabilia that I bought with my own money. Like I'm like, right, I want to get a Na'Vi jersey because I like the whole legacy of it, and I like the team and their performance. And then I swear, as soon as I bought it, it just
On the bright side of things, Na'Vi Dota is back, so
yeah, I can just take it there.
pretend it's like, yeah, I did it for the Dota boys.
I like that.
I was a dirty, and probably still am a dirty Na'Vi fanboy when it comes to Dota. I'm
Yeah?
like the
'Cause of Dandy?
the NIP guys in CS. Not just because of Dandy, just because of the whole team. I thought they were like super cool. It was exciting early on before Alex started
Back in the day.
doing Dota.
What if we try and summon this from production? This
you
this
doing
could
now?
be hugely
now
impossible.
he's gonna throw
This is
them under
something
the
I
bus.
don't even know if
now
they're
he's the
prepared.
golden boy, just wanting to make himself look better.
Maybe they have the Oakland groups, or Rush and I decided I'll bring it up on the iPad, one of the two. So maybe I'll quickly try and bring it up.
Oakland groups,
Maybe.
you're dreaming.
Oh!
We're on a roll.
Production gods.
This is on the fly. This is how I love it. All right, so Oakland's going on next week, starting on Tuesday. The group stage will be played out of Burbank, and then the final will be in the Oracle Arena on the Saturday and Sunday, which is in San Fran.
The Bay Area.
The Bay Area. Get some good burritos from the Bay Area. Yeah. So at quick glance, I personally think that Group 2 is
Everyone's been saying
is
this,
harder.
yeah. I mean, when you have Mongols, Envy,
Immortals.
you have a lost Cloud9.
Yeah. Look, okay. So if with Group 2 you take Immortals out of the mix, that's
Just call
you
it
know.
Group B, please.
Okay, we can call it Group B. Pipley. Why? Yeah. Let's go Group B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Group B is more difficult because you have obviously FaZe and G2, right? Gambit, who has shown that they are still a force to be reckoned with on LAN. You have Team Liquid, who's been on the rise, like in the second part of the year, a steady rise, so they can be, you know, maybe even a favorite to come out of groups. And then you have Optic, who's still up in the air a little bit after they failed to qualify for the major. And I really think like the new Immortals lineup is just going to be cannon fodder in this one.
Yeah, well, the good thing with the Optic roster is they're an unknown quantity to some degree, so they might be able to catch a couple of teams off guard. Obviously, they're practicing in both regions, in North America and Europe, when they're traveling to different tournaments or to play in the
you
Pro
get
League or
to
do
pick
this.
off of both styles.
Yeah.
Still a little bit from SK, still a little bit from Astralis.
So that's not necessarily
Mash
a
it
bad
all
thing.
in.
But yeah, I think with that group, so the way it works is 3 teams will progress from the group. The first place team will go straight to the semi-finals, and then the second and third will play off in quarterfinals against the respective. So if you come second, you play third place in the other group. So if you, something else to note as well is SK from Group A or Group 1 will be using Phelps and not Bolts, as far as I have been informed.
That's going to be so confusing, like
Damn it.
until after the major or something. Oh, who's playing again? Oh, it's Bolts this time. Oh, I guess they'll win.
Yeah. Oh, it's Phelps. Oh, okay. Well, SK.
But you know the really cool thing about this, right, is that if they can make a cohesive style work with Phelps, right? Obviously, Phelps. It was reported that Phelps was the one who wanted to step down and he didn't feel happy anymore. But if they can make something work with him in the
They
system,
can make him happy.
yeah. Well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to
There
make
are
people
ways,
happy. If I knew Yanko,
You would start with yourself.
yeah, that's where I'd start. But I think that SK, you know, they can show 2 different faces from event to event, which makes them harder to counter and harder to predict. Also makes it more difficult for Fallen in-game leading, having to worry about different styles, different players' capabilities. But it is a cool thing to play with, and it could be confusing for some teams.
And things are going to get super awkward if they succeed with both, and then they just have this awkward thing like...
Just
so
keep it.
Phelps is having fun. Oh, you want to come back?
No, just keep
Or-
Phelps in and be like, you're the 6th guy. You know, when you feel like playing again, when you feel like you actually want to live
come
this
hang
awesome
out.
life and not cry about your home, then maybe we can put you in for a tournament. You know, you can do some work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Until then, you can go back to, you know, Brazil and
Yeah.
hang out with your girlfriend,
Home
go to the
time.
movies,
Yeah, this is sounding
work
lovely,
at the
actually.
supermarket.
This is romantic, I think.
You can stream, actually. Everyone can stream nowadays.
I'm really confused.
Yanko's gone on an adventure. He really has. Let's get this
We are
adventure.
feeling, come on, what do you
No,
want
but
from me?
we're getting this adventure back on track. Let's actually start focusing on these 2 teams. If any, let's just assume you guys have not been following too much. Well, let's go ahead and start by talking a little bit about those guys from Fnatic. The first team to qualify, the first team that was severely underappreciated or underpredicted by our analysts and by people at home.
Yeah.
We've explained why a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, because of the roster change,
Yeah.
you know, you couldn't really tell what to expect from Golden, but things have come out Golden for this team indeed, and I think, you know, if they get this, it's great for them to win this league to get to play on LAN. I think that's something which they probably wouldn't have had a chance to do before. So, and the fact that they're able to, are they playing at ECS?
Yes, they're actually like #1 there as well. They're
So
like 9-1 or something.
If they can qualify for ECS finals as well, there's 2 LANs that they wouldn't have been invited to otherwise, you know, because they had a bit of a drop off. I think they're rated like 11th in the world right now, so it's not like they're world beaters by any means. So it was really important for them to qualify online, play a good brand of Counter-Strike, and then get to qualify for these LANs.
Yeah, I think like that's the name of the game for Fnatic, obviously, right? Performing on big lands against tier 1 opposition in best of 3s. I don't think there's any doubt that Fnatic can take a map off of, you know, the best teams in the world here and there, but can they do it over the course of a series,
Yeah.
right? That's where it becomes more difficult. You have to play your weaker maps against very strong opponents and so forth. So that's the next step for this Fnatic lineup.
Okay. So it's basically just translating any part of this to an offline victory. It's been a long time since we saw them lifting a trophy. Holy moly!
When was the last LAN? It was at E-League? They played at E-League?
No, not the last. I'm thinking
Oh,
last time I saw.
last time they won.
Last time I saw Flusher, JW, and Crims standing on a stage with a trophy in their hands.
Bloody hell, that's a while ago, isn't it?
Like seriously, get scrolling. I'm intrigued.
2016, like what was the last tournament before the major?
Is it
Katowice.
Katowice or Cologne?
Katowice.
They beat SK Luminosity.
My God, they were Luminosity. The last time
was it?
Fnatic lifted a trophy, the Brazilians were still called Luminosity. Time flies, doesn't it?
G2 lifted one not long ago.
Yes, indeed. They've got a couple now. They're kind of. Are they 2 through? They had the Pro League victory and they had Masters.
Yes.
So they are 2 out of 4 for the
No.
Grand Slam.
No. The Dallas event wasn't included.
It wasn't included.
Started after that. The first one was Cologne, I believe.
2017. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think the first one was
So
Cologne.
they've got
It
one.
actually
Yeah.
was Katowice. Bloody hell.
Isn't that weird?
That was like a year and a half ago.
Rolling back the years, some would say.
The last
I mean,
time
they were
lifted a
first in
trophy.
Pro League Online season. That doesn't really count. Season
No.
4.
They didn't even go to the final. That was the one in Dallas, wasn't it?
No, the season 4.
Season 4.
So Brazil one. Sao Paulo.
Yeah, they didn't go.
Oh, they got top and they didn't go, so someone else came in. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah, that's what happened. Someone else.
That was a
there.
thing.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Bloody hell. There is. See, Fnatic are an interesting beast. I mean, we haven't seen them lift a trophy for as long as that, and yet they look so good against so composed. They got. I mean, they just won a 2-0 versus FaZe. 16-7 at one point, 16-12. They've been shrugging off everybody. I mean, the only kind of slight blips on their radar have actually been versus these tier 2 teams. Hellraisers, Mousesports seem to make them sweat more than the big dogs.
Yeah, it seems like most games for Fnatic are close unless they all just go beast mode, and we saw that, you know, when they played Astralis on Mirage, I think it was, and they just all went ham, like Flusher getting multi-kills through smokes, everyone taking heads-up duels. That's the kind of a cool thing to look forward to with Fnatic. I think G2 is still more exciting because of the potential. The problem is they're similar in a way that a different star seems to show up every game. You know, and it's good to see Shox back. I think the key for this team is going to be when we see Kenny and Shox both on form, with Apex doing his job as an entry fragger, making space. You've got MBK doing that sportive stuff, and Body just finding multi-kills on the CT side as a rock. That's basically the general vibe, I think, for this team, and that's when you'd see them be more consistent. It's just their playstyle doesn't really allow for that.
I mean, there must be something that can change. I don't want to be standing here 8 months from now at an analyst desk and the same story happens where we just go, well, we never know what we get with G2. Surely they're not happy with that, comfortable with that.
Yeah, well, that was a discussion we had a while back, right? Whether are you content with, you know, being every now and then you're going to play so well that you're going to win a tournament, but then you can just drop out of groups, or do you want to be more consistent but have, you know, fewer chances of lifting the actual trophy? So I think in that sense, G2 is content that they know that when they really click, they can win the whole thing. So they always have that coming into a tournament, that knowledge. But I think for them, just in general, I do feel like predominantly you are trying to find ways to win consistently, and they have to change their approach at least a little bit towards the game to become more consistent. And also the whole Shox storyline, right, that, you know, he has no problems like taking a step back for the team and he doesn't need to be the center of attention. Well, yeah, sure, that's all fun and games, but when you are actually one of the best players in the team, you need to take the responsibility and lead your team, not just as the in-game leader, but also as one of the best players. So, you know, it's not a matter of whether Shox can support. Of course he can. It's a matter of, well, if he supports, can Body carry as hard as him if he's put in the same position? I think the answer is no. So if you're G2, you want to find ways to put both Kenny S and Shox in a position where they can really thrive and lead the way for the team.
Beautiful. I mean, that's something that they'll be certainly giving thought to. But first, the only thing they can think about is going to be getting into that top 6. A victory here, in case you have just joined us, a victory here, and there's 2 maps to be played. One is all they need to lock themselves in comfortably for that 6th position, and that's everything you need now. All that hard work from the Pro League will be relieved, and you know you're going to those UNSA finals. On the other side of things, Fnatic are comfortable as well. You're laughing at my pronunciation, is it? It's not good, is it?
You slipped up there. You'd been doing well until that point. Still better than mine.
UNSA.
But someone should remix all the times where we said it and just make a song out of it.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco.
The city would love it.
I just want to ask, are the players not ready yet?
No, Chad, they're ready. We're just talking here for no reason.
I was told 1 minute about 3 minutes ago.
So we don't know the problem.
Players are readying up now.
Oh, okay. So we're almost ready.
Yeah, in case you're wondering.
I just wondered
why. He was obviously wondering because he asked you the question.
Just in case you're wondering. I've got you covered, man. Don't worry about it. We watched some of my
Silky smooth.
We watched some of my VODs yesterday, didn't we? Last night.
We watched the funny moments compilation last night when we got back to
the hotel.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
We couldn't sleep.
And I just decided I absolutely hate everything about me and my presenting style.
He doesn't know how he gets hired.
Like, why do I get jobs? I'm so annoying.
I think it's because you're very personable. Energetic.
I think because there's no one else.
Yeah, there's no one else. I'm just a really irritating human being. Either way, I'm not watching myself now. I'm just staring down that lens, and they're going to be staring down the barrel of each other's guns because it sounds like it is time to jump in. The first map is going to be Cobblestone. We're going to be seeing if we need a second between Fnatic and G2 as the French are fighting for top 6.
Europe today, North America tomorrow. I don't know if these 2 teams are flying over there. I can't remember, but we are. It doesn't matter. It's the last night of Pro League. It's all come down to this.
It has. How exciting.
That is, actually.
Yeah. How many players we had? Like 28 of them?
I did half, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. But we have got an exciting game to kick things off. Fnatic versus G2. I guess that's the only game we'll be casting tonight, right? Because it's all going on
well,
at once.
so apparently there's a chance we could end up swapping over depending on how the scores go. But this is essentially, yeah, I mean, this is a super important game for G2. So long as things are going the way of G2, there's no reason we shouldn't follow that all the way through. So yeah, this is it. Everyone's playing all at once. 2 spots available, and I think the 6 teams we got. Fnatic's the only surprise. You could argue that Na'Vi is the one that you would have put in that spot, but the 6 teams we got are pretty damn good.
It's not bad, is it? Yeah, Na'Vi certainly the outliers there. I think everyone expected them to do a little bit better. Well, a lot better than being pretty much dead last the entire season. But 2 maps last night going in their favour. Maybe they can get it together and not get relegated. We'll find out later on. Here we go, though. It will be the start of this game. And we'll have a look at the buys. G2 on the T side here. Forces of Armor. They've got 1 Molotov, a smoke. That's in the back pocket of Shoxy. And we've got JW and co with 1 defuse kit and the smoke themselves. G2 head towards the B-bomb site, with 3 players waiting for them on the other side. This is going to be a simple smoke out and connector and get in there. It's going to be Apex to open things up. Lekro to try and fight back here. They know he's at a chicken coop and they will punish him for that. That's the B-bomb side completely under wraps, and up for Flusher and Crims to try and retake this. They've got no kit to work with here, but there is one on the site.
Oh, good shot, MBK. Follows it up to take down Crims. G2 start as they need to. Fnatic already in the playoffs. G2 have to beat them. They can play spoiler so long as the other circumstances align.
Nice opening pick here from Apex. Not much tactical prowess required. Get the opening pick. Bundle into the site. Job done. It will be a force buy from Fnatic here. CZs and Deagles. A few flashbangs. HE grenade for Lekro as well. They are quite devastating with the Desert Eagles Fnatic, so watch out for that. Flusher can be a bit of a demon with the CZ as well. We've got 2 rifles and MAC-10s, and here's the MAC-10s going to work right now. Kenny is doing a fantastic job there, opening things up. Flusher might be able to get something done here. There's 1 kill. That's probably all he gets with the ammo. Still a couple of kills, but that's the A-bomb site open for business. Smoking the connector. And Crims and Golden won't stand much of a chance here, but you never know. Crims could find the opening pick from the balcony.
Certainly try to with the Deagle. 1 kill, and they'll go. Armor for both, no kits for Crims and Golden. Just going to try and spot out anyone who gets careless. It's a matter of patience for Fnatic. They want them to make the mistakes on the G2 side. They're not going to take down Crims. Golden has to make a decision with the Deagle and Armor if he wants to even continue on. Doesn't matter. Body's going to find him with a headshot from the AK-47. 2-0 for G2.
2K in the bag per player in Fnatic. This will be the full eco, I'm afraid. There'll be a chance for Shoxy to cause some damage with the MAC-10 this time. Apex will probably stay on the PT50. He knows he's up against unarmored players going into this one, so not too much work to do. Should be quite the clean sweep. 3 HE grenades purchased over Fnatic. Probably try the old airstrike at the upper platform. Could work out. We have got players heading towards that position. It'll be MBK leading the charge, and they'll listen out for footsteps. That's the play right now. If they hear a rush coming in, they'll drop the nades. Don't hear anything right now. And they're trying to time it until the T's will presumably get at that little cubby hole at the upper platform. A little spot there from Golden, trying to bait them in. Trying to tantalize them and say, come in, lads. It's just me here with the silenced USP.
Tantalize, titillate, it's all the same. Golden doesn't quite work on his own as a magnet.
Oh, gets a little dink though.
But that works. MBK gets him back though. Nade was going to do some further damage if the bullet didn't land itself. Keep an eye. Shox still has the MAC-10 inside of the E-box. He's trying to find what he can. By that I mean pretty much anything at all. There's everything available to him. But he's done a massive amount of damage. Can't get kills. Apex will slip up behind Lekro. JW Flusher, JW, all that remains. Looking for a knife.
Why not?
Because why? Yeah, exactly.
He might have run out of bullets. Oh, there's guns around him. He's just actually legit going for a knife.
Yeah, might as well get some money, have some fun, right? No pressure for Fnatic tonight. It's G2 that have to deliver, and Body delivers the 3rd round to them, so now they face guns. MAC-10? Why not? It's Shox. I imagine he keeps it. Of course, I say that, and he'll go ahead and buy an op or something and make me look like a fool. Here it comes. Ready?
I'm ready.
Fair enough, just an AK. But still wrong.
Why
Thanks,
have you got
Shox.
2 MP9s in the first gun round? That is bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand that at all.
I know you've already qualified, boys, but this is a weird one.
Quit taking the piss.
Like, I get it. Like, they forced one the second round, and it's cobblestones for these close-range weapons are a little bit more effective, but I've never seen this before. Like, MP9s come out in the first gun round. Could nades. Well, I mean, not so much.
MP9. I was about to say Mac 10 because I was so stuck on the fact that Shocks didn't keep his. AKs. Okay, listen, MP9s and M4s might be enough to win this round. No MP9 kills per se, although I take that back. Excuse me, Golden did have one. But it's the M4 of GW that's made the difference. Crims gets it from range. The MP9. Henry, how do you feel now?
I feel embarrassed. I've got humble pie all over my face.
Was that what that is?
Oh, it's cream pie.
Oh, it looks white. I don't know if it's cream pie.
3-1, and it will be the MP9s prevailing. Crims doing a very good job there from the bottom of middle. We'll see whether the actual buy of G2, no Mac 10s anymore. AK's AWP out, of course, in the hands of Kenny S.
Molotov and a grenade. Ooh, get wrecked by body. So still money, obviously, there for G2. GW down. Still an MP9 for Golden. He's gone and grabbed the AK that was dropped. It's a free upgrade for him. Smoke dropped into the archway. Lecro knows how to use the backboard. It's pretty rare I hit the backboard, Hank.
No?
Nah. Getting too old for that.
Well, we have got this opening pick to work with, and plenty of time as well. Flush out, looking towards the mid doors. He'll probably be happy to hold the A-bomb side by himself at this point. Probably has to. Obviously a bit of danger of long A, but that's not going to be a problem for now. Lecro just with the Famus, waiting for this final play from G2 to come in. This will be pretty... Well, I guess the reset wouldn't be too bad. They managed to keep, like, I think 4 or 5 players alive in the previous rounds. Lecro to challenge how flashbangs are perfect. He gets 2. Pretty good considering he had the Famus. Could have got 3. It will be Crims trying to defend now. Can't get the one tap. Shocks beats him to it. Flasher with the backstab. Didn't really work out. It's up to Golden now. 1 versus 1 of MBK. Bomb down. MBK comes from the upper platform, making a lot of noise here. Golden knows exactly where he is. Easy shot. MBK running out of time. Had to try and go for it. And being heard, Golden could just use a sound cue. Time it to perfection. Lovely position. Took him down. 2 rounds in a row for fnatic now. And the money's not going to be in an amazing position. This is the look at the flashbang, how perfect that was.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy.
Like, to be fair, like 2 is pretty much as good as it was going to get. The flashbang just went down. There will be the force buy from G2 here with the AKs.
Yeah, they got to be careful again. This is pressure on them for tonight. Fnatic's putting up a fight, no question about it. G2, imagine that, sneaking in the super team, trying to sneak into the last position. Made up. Shock stares it down. Doesn't really make a difference. It's JW to watch the long B entrance. Golden. Decent find on 1, but only 1. Kenny S is there to get the trade back immediately, and Lecro now will go to work. So too will JW. He's lost Lecro, but that's a good peek. Flusha follows it up to take down Apex.
Looking pretty strong here, Fnatic. Managing to hold off not so much a B execute, but a B split coming in from drop down and the upper platform. That was the force buy from G2. Didn't really get much rolling there at all. Went for the split with a couple of flashbangs out, 1 smoke. That was about it. JW quite comfortable there. You could see it from his POV the entire time. Wasn't really challenged so much. There were nice shots from him, sure, but it's not like he had Molotovs coming towards him or even flashed. It was pretty much business as usual. We'll get into this one. It's a little partial buy here, no armor, but a couple of nades, flashbangs and smokes. We'll see some deagles, CZs, and a chance for G2 just to try and find the opening pick and snowball into the bomb site. That should decide the round, really. Crims finding 1 player, funneling them in towards B. They won't rotate, they won't take the bait here at all. JW to find 1, he does get tagged up, but throw a nice Molotov and Golden. Now the MP9 makes a lot of sense in this particular round. We've got no armor and just pistols. He'll get 1, take the aggro away, and Flush Out will come in and save the day. Another clean sweep there for Fnatic. 4 rounds in a row. Money now pretty good for G2. They can bring out the AWP. Kenny S has got 6 kills, so he's doing all right. 5 kills, he's doing all right. Should probably get my eyes tested.
Yeah, you know, I was going to say something, but I didn't.
You're just going to leave me hanging?
Yeah. I don't know. If you want to hang yourself, that's fine.
I did that. And either way, let's have a look at this one. We've got the double orb set up on the T side of Cobblestone. Have you ever seen anything like it?
No.
Shoxy and Kenny S going at it. I'm not sure this is the sort of setup that will yield any sort of success, but you never know. We'll see what they can do with it. They go towards long A, of course. Flashed up. They'll have to fall back. That's wrecked them. Nice work by Flusher. Very aggressive, setting the tone of the round. He's already qualified, so he can afford to be like this. He can afford to be BM and just get in their faces, and he's doing it again. They can't contain him right now.
That's kind of when Flush is at his best. Same with JW when they're off the chains, when they are released, when they go nuts. Because G2 are going to be playing a little more rigid, you're right. So they're taking advantage of it. G2 with Kenny and Body, Kenny with the bomb, AWP is going to have to go massive because it's completely surrounded. Flush is pushed out so that they cannot go backwards, and Crims and Lekro will wrap up the round. It's 5 in a row for fnatic, a maximum loss bonus for G2, but a maximum loss at stake if they don't win this series. Potentially. There are other factors at play.
Another pretty straightforward round there for fnatic. Flusher bullying them along A. Amazing flashbang, made them drop down and panic. And then he had the audacity to face again with the AK as he blew him to smoke and just took one down. It's got to be so frustrating to play against him when he's in that sort of zone. 5 in a row and another partial buy. Maximum loss bonus, sure. But with no bomb going down, might as well take the partial. They bought double ults before, which is very expensive, obviously. Didn't really get anything for it. Got actually wrecked because they didn't have the rifle to defend that push.
Oh, that doesn't really work out. Shox takes out Golden. An opening for G2. Shox will pick up an MP9. Continue on aggressively with it to try and push around and find Crims. They've isolated Flusha. Crims steps back out. He's got the AK close range, but eventually Apex does get the angle. It leaves them with the man advantage, and he'll get the AK to go with it. They know someone's got to be close. GW is tagged up. They'll hear it. Double peek. They've got to go back together. I'm not sure why the knife pulled, but fair enough as Lekro gets the bomb down, but Kenny gets the WP. That's why he had the knife. He was waiting for his teammate to get the kill because he was jumping in to get the op sooner rather than later. 5-4, good win. Starts with Shox. This is kill as well. Poor old Crims had stepped sooner. He may have saved his teammate to the left, and that might have kept them in the round. But giving away guns, giving away the sight, and eventually giving away the round.
More aggressive play from JW, not going to work out. He'll get taken down, 5 on 4. It's up to the CT side to try and recover. The problem is with Cobblestone, it's not one of those sort of maps where you can push in for information. Flush is certainly giving it a good go with the M4. Taking a few unnecessary risks, but I like it. We'll see whether he can get anything done here. Looking towards danger, hoping to split his attention towards long A and the danger zone. Apex open things up. Let's see if he can find another.
Flusha finds Apex sitting in the open. Not really anywhere for him to go. No support system in play. No Kenny S with a shotgun. AWP getting closer, missing the shot. I'm afraid that's not really how you take long. Smoke down. Shox fires through it. Does get Flusha back, but goes to 10 HP, and Crims was waiting. Bomb down at long corner. Good luck, Body. Not exactly known for clutching. Do you think he has anything in his clutch?
Possibly.
Like a purse?
Like Alex has got a clutch. She carries it around. In Copenhagen, we get a lot of funny looks.
I am not surprised at all.
It's really
that
kind of
guy
weird.
is. He's the kind of guy that uses irony to say like, "Oh, I did something really serious, but I did it ironically." No, you meant it seriously, and you're making the irony play it off. That's Alex. Good play from Body to get the bomb back to open up space, but Lekro knew where he was going from. Coming from the depths of middle, and they had Golden inside of the site as well. 6-4 for fnatic.
6-4. A timeout will come in at this point. Shut down after finding one round of success with their little partial bar, the CZs. It seems like it's all come crashing down around them. G2 need this win. fnatic already qualified. One of the surprise packages.
Did you guys walk around Copenhagen much?
We go to one specific part of Copenhagen quite
This
a lot.
has been the least adventurous I've ever been. I have not gone anywhere. I was going to go see some of the docks. And
Yeah. So the place we
Citadel.
go in Copenhagen, it's quite a long way away, and we have to walk most of it. So we do get to see quite a lot. But yeah, we go there twice a week maybe.
I need to go. I need to...
Well, you're running out of time, my friend.
not really. We've got some other things coming up here.
Do we?
Well, I mean, Season 2 maybe.
Yeah.
Or I guess, why do I say Season 2? Season 7 maybe.
Maybe.
You could have, I don't know. Maybe there'll be some FIFA here, and we can come do that with Joe Miller.
Okay. Well, you've already commentated football with him, so...
It's true, we were great. I was horrible. He was great, he knows his stuff.
Well, 5-4. As Apex open things up once again. This is that tactical purchase we've discussed so much this week. We're seeing this more and more. I think teams are realizing how powerful one of the star players with an AK can be. If he's your entry fragger like Apex, that's his role usually. He's going to be trying to find open picks. He's good at it. Why not see what's available? And all it takes is a couple of mistakes like Flusher expending most of his bullets. He does get away with it, and it can all open up.
Golden. Standing in front of the yellow fire. It's not golden, it's yellowy and red. What's the hottest flame, Hank?
What's the hottest flame? What do you mean?
Color.
Blue, isn't it?
No.
Oh, that's the coolest part. White?
Yeah, white. White and clearish at the bottom. Golden takes down Apex. Kenny S. Nearly gets taken down as he's full blind. Flusha. Contributing to Lecro's 2 kills and then finding the last on his own to get Kenny S down 7-4 fnatic on the CT side of Cobblestone. Not a bad half at all from them. G2, other worries.
Well, here we go. A chance of redemption. Ooh, Lecro's
Someone in chat was talking about Indonesia and not having much, you know, support for gamers as we watch Flusha get aggressive. When I was there last year, I saw like 3 people wearing like Cloud9 and various jerseys. I think I saw Cloud9, EG, and Liquid.
Yeah, it's huge there actually. They've got like proper esports shops and stuff there.
Yeah, that was at Bali too. That was like a tourist destination. And then Manila around the corner in Philippines is ridiculous.
Well, MBK, he's been a little bit ridiculous himself. Out of the connector, 1 HP, 2 frags for him. He can hold that position now and try and stop the rotations. There will be one coming through eventually. Flusher will have to make his way back from long A and see what is available to him. It's going to be JW for now, fighting back at the other platform. It does work for a dink, but he'll go down. He's done significant damage, though. MBK and body very low indeed. Lecro, knowing that MBK is going to be towards that connector or drop down, waiting for the mistake to be made. Obviously, Flusher aware of that as well. And I still feel like fnatic have got this one, you know. It looks like G2 are being very apprehensive. They can't really decide on their next move.
Up for body. Shot from MBK. It's going to work instead. Lecro goes down. Flusha finds himself now in a 1 versus 3. Low HP for both body and MBK, but Kenny S sits comfortably, although not the one with the AWP picked up quite clearly, but on an AK-47, and I think Flusha's just throwing everything away. And, well, pistol specifically.
Well, that's the end.
He's cut his losses.
Yeah, you kind of have to at this point. It was MBK that got it all done there. 10 frags for him in total. Getting from drop down towards the connector very quickly indeed. Finds 2 frags, 1 HP, just stopping the rotations, waiting for his teammates to get to that upper platform and allowing him to isolate the player and stopping the rotation from Flusher. That was a little bit frustrating for him. You can see he just had to concede, knowing that MBK was in there. And this is another round on the board for G2. It is a T-sided map, but still they can win the half at this point. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. They keep 3 players alive in that one. It's MBK in the drop-down area. 1 in the drop-down, then this is the kill that really mattered. Took some damage, but now he stopped the rotations. And he's isolated Lecro there, and MBK, yes, he gets that kill as well. Not too bad at all.
MBK.
MBK?
MBK. Sorry, I don't know. I'm getting carried away, aren't I? I'll reel it in. Reel it in there, Bobby Big Wheels. Shots plenty. JW wins out the duel. Not bad with the AWP to find MBK early on, as Kenny S will sit back at the top of the statue side. See if anyone gets aggressive toward lower middle. No one has. Back in the op this round, 7-5. They want to try and get this to minimum 8-7. I should say 7-8, but 9-6. You get the point, Hank. You know what I was going for.
I always get what you mean.
You say you do, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I respect you for that. Apex. Getting more and more aggressive on his AK, or with his AK, I should say. Toward long corner, and of course the timing is exactly that of a string. If you put a string on them both, they're pulling on each other. One goes down toward danger, the other gets closer. The other backs off, the other comes back toward the long position. So they won't spot each other and all of that, despite covering the same territory at different times. Flash out, let go very easily. Ooh, able to dodge the first, but not the second. Didn't see that one coming. Smoke down, boost to tree. Surely, that's got to be the answer to it, and it will be. But Shox has already swung wide and gotten in behind them, and he'll easily spot up. Crims at the tree. Crims, who doesn't get the kill either, but Lekro follows it up. Now fnatic has the crossfires they need, and it's just Apex remaining in 1 versus 4. Make it 3, does have bomb. Chance to isolate, but not ready for the Crims presence.
Fnatic are looking pretty sharp tonight, aren't they? Aggressive, of course. Here's another play. This is quite a cool one. You don't see this as much anymore. You're getting up here. I guess it's like that's like the old school JW approach on this map, and it works out really nicely. It's throwing it in once a half just to change the pace of the game. Like we said, the CTs don't really have too many options. Like middle, long A, you can take those picks. They're very aggressive and limited in what they can do. Obviously, the Ts can shoot back. I like that drop-down boost, though, especially getting right up there. He was going to go further if he found no one. But another force buy from G2 coming to the closing sectors of the first half now. CZ's AK-47s. Well, AK-47. Singular.
Singular. 47 times 1. It equals 47. Singular usually refers to 1, though, and there's 47, so that in itself is plural. Do you understand?
Well, the 47 is just a name.
Okay, fair enough. You're looking at the very noun specific.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be very problematic now for G2. His body down to 6 HP. MBK a little bit better off, but Lekro will spot that kill all day long, takes him down, and now JW is aware that the B site is going to be a little bit problematic here. He hides in the smoke, and Shox trying to push in there desperately. He does actually get away with it, gets an AWP out of this as well. This could become interesting. Starting with some shots, body strikes on 1 HP, and somehow finds enough wiggle room to get a kill here. Now Shox becomes deadly. Can't hit the shot though. That was around the side right there, and Crims will live to tell the tale. He'll get 2, and it comes down to the 1 versus 1. Body, the aforementioned player, 6 HP. Not moving, not playing defensively here. That's interesting. He stays in the exact same position. Will Flusher anticipate it? He will, but still can't land the shot.
Slip around for body.
Oh,
Flusher has it. That's pretty ridiculous.
Oh, he's just so aware.
He's got the kits, so naturally gets the defuse. Flush is playing unreal this game, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty sick.
He's off the leash.
It's 10 kills only, but surprising. That surprises me, because a lot of them have been very aggressive, very in your face. We saw it toward long. Crims at 14 doesn't surprise me. It seems like I'm saying his name every second kill, if I'm honest with you. As Crims will be the one to head toward bottom middle this time around. Galil in hand for body. UMP for MBK, so 10-5 could be the possible outcome. Good strike from Kenny. Knew that Flusha throwing the Molotov at such a straight angle wasn't much chance that he would be able to defend himself, and Apex is followed up by getting Crims. This is actually turned out pretty good, if I'm honest. This would be the 2nd or 3rd pistol or force buy that G2 could win this half. 2nd for sure. Golden getting very loud and aggressive. Spots body. Somehow the MP9 wins that. And wins the bomb, but he's left in a 1 versus 3. With 34 HP, he'll go on to a Galil, see what he can find as they rotate his direction. 18. Dead. Now. Of course. So not bad, 9-6 Fnatic over G2, and unfortunately G2 more desperate for the win than Fnatic, who have already qualified. G2 battling for one of our 2 final spots. We'll see if they can get that spot in this after the break.
Thank you.
So 6 rounds is all G2 is able to achieve in the first half on the terrorist side. They now swap over and start their defensive campaign. We'll see if they're successful. I believe there's a chance they might be if they can get economy on their side.
Oh yeah, 9-6 at this level of CS means nothing really. Even if you win the pistol, you can reset them in the second round. That happens a lot these days. So still anyone's game, absolutely. And we'll see whether G2 can get back into it. It'll all start from the pistol round, which they managed to win, if you remember, in the first half. They actually had the 3-0. It was looking great. And it's the first gun round where Fnatic brought out 2 MP9s and a FAMAS, and they somehow run away with the game. This feels like the Fnatic from 2015. They used to do so much weird stuff, and I was like, okay, this definitely won't work.
And then it works.
Then it goes, well, and he's like, oh, what do you say about that one, Henry? I was like, well, everything can work, obviously, but it shouldn't. Anyway, 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, a Molotov, and a couple of NIP-esque smokes there thrown at the very beginning. This is interesting. I like the look of this. We don't really see anything too technical on T-pistols usually. It's normally just one smoking connector. They've somehow rotated everyone towards the A-bomb side. They've got an open B side. What is going on right now? They threw a couple of smokes from top and middle towards the B side, and no one is in the B side at all for G2. They're going to be in a full rotation here. Diffuse kit and Crim's challenging the platform as Kenny has to strike first, and don't know exactly where they're coming from, but they can't do anything about it.
BK with 2, but it's responded. Golden and Lacro immediately get kills in return. Kenny S on 1 HP is holding it. 10-second defuse. He's the one to hold it. Golden drive-by is able to shut him down there for it. Golden is going to go above and beyond, as always, the MVP of the season, in my opinion. Because he's reinvigorated this roster.
Yeah, it's looking great. I'm very impressed. Golden. The golden boy.
Pretty sick.
That is. Like, I knew he was becoming this in-game leader, but I was just expecting I'd be happy with like an average performance, but he's actually been really, really good in terms of the fragging department as well. Another pistol for Fnatic. Well, the first. Not another. JW to fight towards danger. He's push one of the CTs back. It's Apex. It should be a relatively easy round. They've got long air control. They've got to fully execute here. JW will be flashed in, Molotov'd in. The flashes, they'll spot one, but there's a few targets here. Ahmed as well. They'll find 1 kill. I think that might be it. Kenny S now burning behind the APC. Can't really be in the best position here. Has to hit one of his deagle shots. A little bit too difficult, that one, and Shoxy will go down with the pre-fire. 1 player remaining is MBK. It wasn't a full force buy. They had 2 sets of armor and a scout, so pretty much as good as, but they'll have a couple of players with a bit more money. The AWP will probably be an option, but not the start they needed.
NBK with the scout looking to try and have some miraculous success, shall we say, in the fact that he's in a 1 versus 4, needs headshots aplenty, gets a body shot, but that's not good enough. As JW fires back from range on the UMP, it's now 11 rounds for fnatic.
Eco ready. G2 up against it now. Looking very likely to be 12-6. Nothing really purchased at all. I'll take the full eco here. A chance for these lesser weapons to cause... Oh, that nade. You hate to see that. That really hurts. It pains me to watch it. That's going to be it. The round will be concluded from a sensational grenade at the very start. We've got a bit of a bonus situation coming in. A MAC-10, a UMP, they won't throw those away. They love taking these sort of weapons into gun rounds.
So do I.
Yeah, I know you do. You buy them in regular rounds.
I do. I usually buy, actually.
You're like the P90 master there, aren't you?
Well, it's okay. I've kind of got... No, I like the Bison a little more. But I usually buy the sawed-off shotgun as often as possible. And then...
Like JW.
Well, when an op tells me he's going chicken coop, I say, no, man, I'm going there.
Chicken coop with the sword-off?
Yeah. Just wait. And then when they plant, you just pop out and take 8 shots from range. You get them every time.
Every time. Well, winning this round will pretty much confirm the victory for fnatic here. Can they do it, though? That's the question. A UMP comes in for NBK. They have got reasonable money. Oh, Shoxy. This could go horribly wrong. All comes down to timing. He's looking away. He could get his head popped off. Luckily for him, JW will not check it, and he'll go down first. The opening pick is successful. Shoxy took a risk. It works out. We'll have the 5-on-4 with MAC-10 and UMP. This should be a GT round every day of the week.
Every day of the week. Except for Sundays, because God rests on Sundays. That's when Satan takes over. That's tomorrow, just so you're ready.
What, the day Pro League ends?
Yeah. And the day Satan takes over.
Okay.
Black route. Down toward danger, just clears that the stairs... confirms that the stairs are clear, I should say. As Flusher goes back up, Apex gets closer, gets inside of the corner, smoke down. He wants to try and surprise them, but that's going to be tough to do. Good for one unless they group oddly close on entry, but they are a man down on the fnatic side. Keep that in mind. Apex has changed his approach. Bomb down at the doorway. Round over, Flusher. Good luck, my friend. Found by Apex inside of the smoke.
Well, G2 start the campaign on the second half, albeit up against the MAC-10, the UMP. There will still be a substantial amount of cash available for fnatic here. Will we see the sort of shotgun? I feel like it's that sort of night. It might come out. Roll back the years. It won't be happening this round, but I reckon before this game's done, you're going to see it come out. See what it can do. The old Kraken.
Kraken.
But for now, AKs and JW once again looking for revenge. The upper platform Shoxy will be there as well. He'll jump up, negate the bullets, himself the corner. JW trying to find him. Molotov said, Will. Oh, it's doing damage. He'll fall back and he goes down. JW's loving it. He'll push through.
Body?
Yeah, Body seems to know.
Well, I was going to say it was standing really wide, but then he changed his angle. I was going to say he's got to be careful because if isn't aware that JW's gone by both smokes, then yeah, he'd be in the open, wide open. So he likes to play more passive, and rightfully so. Micro down, Body finds it. That's behind the statue. It is traded back, though. JW getting the kill, the one we talked about in that corner. And all of a sudden, G2 with Apex on the flank find everything they need. It's Crims. Gets down at E-Box by NBK.
12-8. G2 recovering situations. Here's the little backstab coming from Apex. Those are the sort of plays you can make happen. When you lose picks, we'll get an equal situation, pushing behind him. And we'll have a force buy from fnatic, a chance for G2 to get back into this one. Khalil, CZ, 3 AKs. They have got pretty good utility with all the smokes and one Molotov, a few flashbangs. MP9 up with shocked. He might have miscalculated this one. He's looking for some eco frags, and he's been greeted by the AK-47s. Down he goes. Wanted to try and get aggressive there. I think he assumed he was up against pistols. He heard the shots as he jumped up into the smoke. And now it's up to his teammates to recover the situation. Flashbangs coming through, but MBK got a nice position here. Does some damage. All 5 players are there, and he should be able to do well. Only gets 1. 4 on 2 now. It's still possible, believe me. They can actually recover this situation. Body needs to start lining them up. He'll only get 1. Couldn't quite control the spray. Apex once again coming for the backside from up the platform. He'll get 1. Looking aggressive. They're going to try and bolt it towards the A side. He might be able to stop them. That grenade could actually find him. Not quite. Not going to be deep enough, and they just about get away with it. He definitely had grounds to at least find 1 kill there. And Flusher, of course, will be watching the rotation. Nice little shoulder peek there by Apex. Brings it into the 1 versus 1, which he likely wins. Crim's low HP, but he's very intelligent in these sort of situations.
Apex trying to do what he can against Crim's bomb planted. Crim's cannons doesn't see him. How's he not gotten the shot in return? That's a very peculiar position to play post plant.
Yeah, he even outpositioned him. He had the shot, just didn't seem to take it. We'd have to see that from his POV. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Shoxy just a note, 7 for 17. Oh, he do. That's nice. Well done. So did he see him? Oh, no, he absolutely didn't before. So when he shot, that's when he actually spotted him. It was just a funny angle. Another force buy from the Fnatic boys. I assume they've left themselves a bit of cash for this one. They'll be getting to almost maximum loss bonus. AK comes out for JW, but G2 doing a very good job here on the CT side. More power for Kenny S. We've got 2 smokes on the T side, and Kenny will be watching top and middle.
Watching top of middle, Kenny S. Golden, meanwhile, with the Deagle out toward long A. No one there from G2, but there is 3 in the A side, interestingly enough. Commonly we see 3B, with potentially even a 4th toward window side drop. NBK. He's now the one that window side drop, but he's also got to support inside of the B site, because if they go E-box, they can open things up. In fact, they swing around to find NBK with pistols, but they think that in finding the drop kill, as most teams do, that's the best chance to go toward A. A stacked up. And Apex, good find up toward the door, finds the bomb as well. Kenny's there, Kenny's ready, Kenny's down, but they have a 2 versus 2 with bomb in their possession. And time not exactly working in their favor as Shox has to rotate back over, however. So G2 did lose the 3 there, but Golden's got problems that he's got to get to the site. Lekro needs to hold him off with an AWP, and they don't exactly know where they're coming from on the G2 side.
Yeah, they look a little bit lost right now. This is a big round for them to win. Remember, CZs and 1 AK, now down to a 2-on-2, which is certainly possible. Or for Lekro, he's actually pretty nimble with this. That flashbang's not great. Oh, that move is, though. That's quite special, but it's not good enough. Lekro somehow recovers after missing the first shot. It's now down to Shoxy. No kit somehow. They've won so many rounds in a row, and he'll go down. He's having a really rough game, and fnatic still wanted the rounds away there. Lekro, I don't know how he recovers that. Apex played it beautifully. It was a nice, fast A-split coming in, focusing on the connector. Crims with this first shot manages to pick up the M4, and then the G2 boys fell back from the A side, went for the retake. Lekro hits the shot that counts. And we find ourselves a 13-9. Auto shotgun, Matthew. What do you think about that? That's another specialist weapon of yours.
Yeah, you know what? I've been trying to teach Apex how to use it for a while. We've done a lot of training, some meditation, and it's time to see if it pays off.
So they bring you in for auto shotgun training?
Absolutely. Every 3rd Sunday of the month.
So, right, boys.
Sometime Wednesday nights after we watch a rerun of Seinfeld.
It's not a bad thing to do.
It's all about the positioning, you know. You need to strike.
I'll be holding long A. That's like a good position.
With leprosy.
There it is. This is a nice position for it. It's good for multiple frags. I've never seen anyone go wild with an auto shotgun. Maybe Hiko on one game I saw once was okay. We'll see what he can do. I guess the objective is to get 1 kill and upgrade. It's not like a main weapon.
Flusha getting inside of the middle position is going to start to work up toward the site. No one at least spotting him as of yet. No boost. Or is Apex on the back side of the wall? I think he was, but he fell down. Doesn't matter, because it's going aggressive to get the bottom of middle. Flusha's already taken the territory. They know he's there. Repeak. Surprisingly, he's not staring at that door for the repeak. It's really the only angle that he can be found from. But MBK wins it. Body still holds in the sight. Kenny has a little bit preemptive. And now he's got flames at his feet, found by Lekro. It's going to bring us to a 2 versus 2. Bomb is heading toward B as well.
Oh, that's the problem with that M4. He's only got 1 bullet left in the clip. Has to reload. Trying to stop the bomb. Doing a pretty good job with damage at least. So MBK now low HP, and that kill might decide the game. MBK 2 versus 1. JW, you're feeling very brave, my friend. Going through the smoke with the AWP. Might have even been no scope. Didn't quite catch it, but still, that's a move. And it will mean money's in the bin now as we're at the 14-9 mark. 2 rounds in a row. 7 for 19. Shox has had criticism recently of his current form. Didn't seem to be a massive factor at Epicenter, but it's obviously turbulent times for him. Like sometimes it's completely off the mark, and some games very, very good still. Has to be the force buy here, really. CZs, UMPs, 5.7s. See what they can do.
It's off at the corner of long. From fnatic. Chance to get map point. That's map 1. And G2 would be left pointless. Overtime gives them 1 point at the very least if they can force that out, but it's going to be a long drawn out affair. Boost up at drop. To see if Shox can sneak in behind them, but patience a virtue for Crims' position, because if he pushes through, he's certainly ready for it. I think Shox will back away already, knowing that there's aggression toward B long. Good find. JW gets MBK immediately. And on top of that, has position with the AWP to watch and guard the innards of the site, so any rotations beyond the statue would be found immediately. Flusha will contain and hold G2 at bay on the A side as well. First shot, JW, that gives Shox a chance on CZ. Got to follow it up. Good find. Through the statue, he certainly finds Apex to good effect. And there it is. Map point achieved for fnatic, only losing 1 player in the round.
Not bad, is it? fnatic up against the Pistols, the SMGs, and that should be the game. fnatic already qualified for the Pro League finals. Actually our first team to do so. G2 probably will make it. They're not guaranteed, right? So they've got 2 maps to do so tonight, but this one probably gonna sit by the wayside. It's gonna be shotguns, UMPs, scouts, EZs. Doesn't sound too great, does it? Apex stepping up with the shotgun again. Doesn't work out for him. Unlucky with the flashbang. Pop flash, perfect there. Just had to try and pull the trigger. He knew he was done for. Didn't quite time it to perfection. Down he goes. Kenny has now the scout.
This win for fnatic, I think, guarantees them first place in the league as well, by the way.
Do we know the gravitas of that? Do we know whether it's...
Well, typically it's...
you missed some of the group stages, didn't you?
You missed some of the group stages, plus there's a crossover format. So 1 would play 2 from North America, 2 would play 1, so you get odds and evens, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you get 1, 3, 5, and from one division, and then 2, 4, 6 from the opposing. As MBK Shox, though, have started things off well. He's got an AK picked up for MBK as well on the AK-47 and a 2 versus 2 bomb plant for fnatic, though that's the harder part because there's only the 1 kit. It is on Shox, and he is low on HP with just the CZ75. This could be huge from Lekro.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job. Spots 1. Takes him down, just MBK to hold on to, and Lekro shuts it down. It's nice work from MBK. It was a decent attempt, or not quite enough there. G2 rolled over in the second half, couldn't really get going at all. After getting up 3-0, they fell apart in the first half and just couldn't really find much of an opening. Well played from fnatic. I like the aggressive approach there. Like we said, coming into this one, they didn't really have too much pressure on them. It was nice to see some of the looser play style and almost that arrogance, the play style they used to have with Flusha just continually facing towards long A, dropping the flashbangs and just being relentless. It was quite cool. I enjoyed myself, and that's the end of potentially that matchup, I'm not really sure, man. We're going to find out in a little bit what we'll be casting next. It might not be this particular matchup, though, will it? It could be something else.
Well, the desk will let us know. Alex
Yeah.
is the boss. We'll send it to him now.